Hello friends, and welcome to our LakePoint Kids online experience. I'm Ms. Rachel, and I'm so glad you tuned in today. Pardon? What's that, Pastor Ethan? I still have my bike helmet on? Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, everyone. Oh, let me take that off here. I rode my bike into work today, and I guess I forgot to take off my helmet. Isn't bike riding fun? I just love it. Did I ever tell you about my very first bike? I have lots of memories with that bike. Some good and some not so good. It all started on my 5th birthday. My parents surprised me and said for my gift, I could go pick out my own 2-wheeled bike. I was so excited. My dad and I went to the bike store, and even though it was January, there were so many bikes to choose from. I walked up and down the aisle looking at them all when suddenly this amazing bike came into view. It was mint green with little white flecks on it, and attached to the front of the bike was a white basket with a strawberry sticker on it. Oh, I loved it and insisted it was the perfect bike for me. We took it home, and as soon as the snow melted, I was zooming around on my bike. We lived on a farm, so I drove my bike around the yard, up the driveway, back in the orchard, and around the barns. It was the best bike ever, and I loved it. I was super grateful for the gift my parents gave me and for the chance to pick it out myself to get exactly what I wanted. And speaking of grateful, that's what we're talking about this month. We're using the word gratitude a lot, and this is what it means. Gratitude is letting others know you see how they've helped you. I'll count to 3 and then we'll say it together. 1, 2, 3. Gratitude is letting others know you see how they've helped you. We want to let people know we are grateful for them and for the things they do for us. We don't want to take people or things for granted or give the impression that, well, we deserve this, so we don't even need to be grateful. No. Rather, we want to be grateful and let others know we value them and all they do. I was grateful for my bike. I loved it. But soon I got a little carried away with things. One day, 2 of my friends came over, and of course, I wanted them to see my bike. But instead of letting them have a turn to ride it, I insisted that they just stand there and watch me ride it. I wanted to show off and brag a little bit about how good I had gotten, but as I was taking a turn, I fell hard. When I looked up from the pavement, I saw my mom running towards me from her house with her apron on, and my grandma, who lived next door, running towards me from her house wearing a pink housecoat and curlers in her hair. It was so embarrassing. I ended up having cuts and scrapes right here, and a couple days later I got these huge, gross scabs. Honestly, it looked like I had a mustache and a goatee. Oh, it was awful. I was so embarrassed whenever we had to go somewhere and people would see those scabs. Have you ever had a scab in an awkward spot before? Or maybe you have a scab right now. Do you ever wonder how scabs are formed and how our body can heal itself from cuts and scrapes? Well, let's take a look at that right now. Our bodies are another thing we can be grateful for. God made us so creatively and with so much care. Just think about the way our body works when we hurt ourselves. Whenever you break open your skin, special blood cells called platelets go to that spot and stick together like glue to make a clot. The clot helps to stop more blood from getting out. When the clot gets hard and dries out, it becomes a scab. Now, scabs have 2 jobs: to keep bad stuff like germs from getting into the cut, and to give the skin cells and blood vessels underneath it time to heal. At the same time, your white blood cells kick into gear. Their job is to fight off infection and deal with any germs that might have gotten into the cut before the scab formed. They also get rid of any dead cells around the cut. Now, by the time your white blood cells have finished their job, a new layer of skin has already been formed. And after time, the scab will fall off and you'll see some new skin covering the spot where the cut once was. Pretty incredible, isn't it? So the next time you get a scab, pause and thank God for the work that's going on underneath it all. Why thank God? Well, again and again, different authors in the Bible urge us to give thanks to God for who He is and what He's done. Here's an example from the book of Psalms. Give thanks to the Lord because He is good. His faithful love continues forever. Psalm 136, verse 1, Nerve. Okay, now let's rehearse the verse. Give thanks to the Lord because He is good. His faithful love continues forever. Psalm 136, verse 1, Nerve. And for our Memory Verse Challenge today, we have some ideas from some of you. Amelia says we should pretend we are bouncing a soccer ball on our heads. All right, ready, begin. Give thanks to the Lord because He is good. His faithful love continues forever. Psalm 136, verse 1, Nerve. Awesome job, friends. And a shout out to Amelia for her creative idea. Now, we have a suggestion from Tristan and Taylor who want us to use sign language while we say our verse. So, here are some sign words we can use. This is what you do to say thanks. You put your hand to your mouth, you smile, and you bring down your hand. Thanks. This is what you do to say Lord. You make an L out of your finger and thumb, put it in the top of your shoulder, and bring it down to the bottom corner. This is Lord. Now this is love. Pretty straightforward. And this is forever. You take your index finger near your head, and then you switch to your pinky and your thumb, and you twirl it a little and move it away, just like this. All right, let's try it one more time. So we're going to say thanks, Lord, love, forever. All right, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Give thanks to the Lord because He is good. His faithful love continues forever. Psalm 136, verse 1, Nerve. Nice job, and thanks to Tristan and Taylor for that neat idea. Last but not least, we have a suggestion now from Judah. He says we should pretend to use a handsaw while we say our verse. So let's pick up our saws and start. Give thanks to the Lord because He is good. His faithful love continues forever. Psalm 136, verse 1, Nerve. Great job to Judah and to everyone else who gave some creative ideas today. I'm so grateful for your help. So gratitude. How do you describe it again? Well, gratitude is letting others know you see how they've helped you. And our bottom line, or our focus point of today is adjust your attitude. Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. Adjust your attitude. Yikes! Adjust your attitude? Who's been told that before? I know I have. In fact, one of the times has to do with my bike again. See, eventually my younger sister turned 5, and she went to pick out her new bike. And when she came home, I couldn't believe my eyes. She excitedly wheeled up this pink and purple bike, complete with pink tires, a soft padded seat, sparkly streamers, and a little purple duffel bag that you could Velcro on and off the front of the bike. It was the most beautiful bike I had ever seen. I quietly told my sister her bike was nice, and then I turned around and went inside the house, hid in my closet, and cried. I was so jealous. My sister's new bike was incredible, and suddenly my bike looked so plain and boring. I wish I had a different bike. But what do you think the problem was? My bike or my attitude? You're right, it was my attitude. It needed an adjustment for sure. Let's learn more about why we should adjust our attitudes and how we can do that now with John and Brandon.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to give a shout out to the real hero of tonight's game. That's me. It was do or die time out there tonight, but John did what John does. He wins. He brought his A game. He came to play. Yeah. You just got to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and step it up. I mean, when your back's against the wall, you overcome adversity with a tremendous amount of athleticism. No, it wasn't a bed of roses out there tonight. No, but sometimes you gotta look through the rain to find the rainbow. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Yesterday is history, but tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift. And that's why they call it the present. No. Never give up, is what I'm trying to say. Never give up. Never, ever give up. Give up? No, never. Did not think about it, ever, never. To give up is never, ever. And I never, ever gave up. Don't give up. That's what I'm trying to say.
All I asked is how your game of solitaire went.
No more questions? Thank you.
Hey.
Hey everybody, I'm Brandon.
And I'm John, and welcome to the So-and-So Show.
Say, John.
Yes, Brandon.
Hey, how was your day yesterday?
It was good.
Oh yeah? Anything particularly fun or interesting that our viewers might enjoy hearing about?
I had to do the same load of laundry 3 times because I kept forgetting to add soap to the machine.
Oh, anything else? Our soccer game?
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, no, you know what? No one wants to hear about that.
No, come on, tell him, please, come on.
Okay, fine. So yeah, Brandon and I joined a soccer league and got placed on the same team. And
I'm glad you brought that up, John. We had our first game yesterday, which was my first ever soccer game. I've never played before, and I was awesome. Tell him what I did, John. Tell him, you know the lingo. You've been playing your whole life. Tell him.
I don't really think they
I scored the winning goal.
Well,
oh, my chair.
well, yeah, that's all right.
No, I did. I kicked the ball, and it went into the goal thingy, right?
Listen, I mean, the ball bounced off your foot.
Yeah.
Bounced off your foot. Huh? And then went into the goal,
I
sure.
know.
But really, you just got lucky because the goalkeeper sneezed right when the ball bounced off of your foot, and that's why he was unable to make the save.
No, the goalie didn't sneeze.
That's the only possible explanation, Brandon. There's no way you could score a goal on purpose. Trust me, I know the difference between somebody who shot a goal on purpose and someone who made a lucky shot.
Okay, that was not luck, my friend. That was pure skill. Come on, don't feel bad, kiddo.
I don't feel bad. Did you just call me kiddo?
You heard me, Chief. Look, just because I'm better at soccer than you is no reason for you to get all...
Better?
I'm jealous.
Better?
Yeah,
You
well,
think
I
you're
did.
better than me at soccer? You who's never
mean,
you who thought you
did you
threw the
score
ball.
the winning-
Okay, you know what? Stand up right now.
What? Why?
Just do it.
All right, oh, okay.
All right, it's time for a penalty kick challenge. I want you to prove that your winning goal wasn't just a lucky shot.
Okay.
Hands.
What?
Forget it. I want you to show that you're pure skill and get a shot. No, you have to wait for the whistle.
I don't... Oh.
Hands.
What?
Hands. On the line. Wait for the whistle.
Right. Are you going to blow the whistle?
No. It's not fair.
Why is that not fair?
Because I played soccer my entire life and you play it for one game and you score the winning goal. And then everybody's cheering for you and they start chanting your name and it should be my name. They're chanting my name, my name, my name, my name.
Come on, John. Maybe they'll chant your name next time, buddy. Listen, hey, if you want any pointers, I'd be happy to take 15 minutes. Take just 15 minutes. I would like to teach you. I can mold. You don't have to be. It's Bible story time with Cameron.
guys.
Hey, Cameron. Hey, it's been great having you this month while our friend Kellen's been away.
Yeah, totally. What do you have for us today?
Today, we've got a parable that Jesus told. A parable, if you didn't know, is like a story with a lesson. You can read this parable yourself in the book of Matthew, chapter 20. Or you can stick around and watch me tell it with the help of the So and So Show players. Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is like a man who owned land.
Ha! Look at my beautiful vineyard. I wonder what time it is. It's the first thing in the morning. I should hire people to work for me today.
So he went out and hired people to work in his vineyard. He agreed to give them the usual pay for a day's work.
Hey, do you want to work for me today? I'll pay you the usual pay for a day's work.
That'd be great.
Ha! Boom!
I'm going.
The vineyard is that way!
About 9 o'clock that morning, the owner went out again to find more workers.
Hey, you. If you work in my vineyard, I'll pay you what's right.
Sounds good.
Wait. You look like the same guy I hired this morning.
No, different guy because I got a different hat.
Oh, cool.
The owner went out again at noon. And again at 3 o'clock. And the owner went out one last time at 5 o'clock when the workday was almost over.
You don't have a job yet?
No, Daddy-O, nobody's hired me yet.
I'll hire you.
Groovy. Right on.
When evening came, it was time for the workers to be paid. The workers who were hired at 5 o'clock were paid first.
And here's the usual day's pay for you.
Groovy.
And here's the usual day's pay for you. And here's the usual day's pay for you. And here's the usual day's pay for you.
Cool.
Then it was time to pay the workers who were hired the first thing that morning. They saw what the other workers had been paid and they were getting excited.
Whoa, man. If he's paying them that much for only working part of the day, I'm gonna get a whole lot more money.
And here is the usual day's pay for you.
Yeah. Wait, what? No! This is the same amount that you paid that guy. You hired that guy at 5 o'clock. He's only been here for like an hour. I have been in that hot sun all day long. I should get way more than this.
My friend, I'm being fair to you. Did you not agree to work for the usual day's pay?
Well, I mean...
I want to give the one I hired last the same I gave you. Do I not have the right to do what I want with my own money?
Well, I mean...
Take your money and go.
And that, my friends, is how Jesus' parable ends. Give it up for the So and So Show players.
Good story, Cameron.
Yeah. Didn't you say it was supposed to have a lesson at the end?
Sure. I think that story can tell us a lot about what it means to have gratitude. Look at the worker who was hired first. He was so focused on what the other workers were getting paid, he forgot to be grateful for his own pay.
Yeah, he had a lousy attitude.
He did, but we do too sometimes, right? We want what other people have, and when we don't get it, we complain and say it isn't fair.
Yeah.
Or when we do have what other people want, we brag and show off and try to make other people feel bad.
Yeah.
I think the important thing to remember is that God has given all of us so much. We just need to try and be grateful for it.
Right as always, Cameron. Thanks.
Anytime. See you guys later.
Bye, Cameron.
John, I think we might need a little attitude adjustment.
I know.
I mean, maybe my soccer goal was a lucky shot. I shouldn't have bragged so much.
I should have been more grateful. I mean, we won the game because of you.
I'm grateful for you, John.
And I'm grateful for soccer. And also you.
Reveal the question!
Oh, what is keeping you from being grateful?
Yeah, what are some things that can get in the way of our gratitude?
Yeah, think on it. Chew on it. Chat on it.
And we will catch you next time. I'm Brandon.
And I'm John, and this was the So and So Show.
They'll be doing this in 10 years.
Sometimes I'm ungrateful, just like the workers in the parable. I mean, look at my bike story. I wanted what I thought was the best bike. It wasn't fair that my sister's bike had a cushy seat and streamers. I was jealous of my sister and ungrateful with what I had. Do you ever have times when you're ungrateful? My guess is you do. You've likely thought a time or two that you deserve the best stuff, not someone else. Or maybe you've gotten upset when someone else shows up with something better than what you have. Or perhaps in your mind, you've put something of yours beside someone else's and compared them, seeing whose was best. Sometimes we get so busy focusing on what others have that we forget to be grateful for what we do have. And when that happens, we need a little attitude adjustment. Whenever you feel those feelings creeping into your mind, stop and look around you and realize all you have to be grateful for. But it's not fair, you might think. I should have that, or hers is better, or why can't I get that? Well, life isn't fair, but you know, sometimes that's a good thing. I mean, have you ever stopped to consider that so often you actually get more than you deserve? Like with Jesus dying for your sins. That wasn't fair to him, and you didn't deserve his sacrifice, but he did it anyways to show how much he loves you. Jesus died for our sins when we were the ones who deserved the punishment, not him. The fact that he takes that punishment for us means we are getting so much more than we deserve. So remember, adjust your attitude and be grateful for what you have. Focus on what you have and not what the people around you have. It's time to bring it home now with our small group time, so along with your parent, listen to today's instructions. First off, talk with your parent about times or situations where you struggle to be grateful. Where does your struggle come from? Thinking you deserve the best, not someone else? Or comparing yourself and what you have to others? Or wanting to show off so you feel better about yourself? Maybe if it's difficult to realize at first, try naming a few situations where you felt ungrateful, and the why might become clearer. Perhaps the ungratefulness is rooted in entitlement or comparison, jealousy or pride. Parents, talk with your child about how they can adjust that attitude and change their perspective. Now press pause, complete the activity, and come back for the second set of instructions. For our second activity, I'd like you to cut out 15 circles to represent grapes. You or your parent can write out the words of the memory verse on them, one word at a time. Then glue the words in order on a piece of paper into a grape bunch. It'll help you remember our story about the workers in the vineyard. Parents, please snap a picture of your child and their bike today and post it on our LakePoint Kids Facebook page or email it to me at rachel@lakepoint.church. One lucky family who posts a picture will have a chance at winning a gift card to Dollarama this week. Parents, please take a moment right now to grab your phone and fill out the online connection card available on the LakePoint app. It's like our guest book, letting us know who is watching and helping us stay connected to you. It also allows you to sign up for our latest LakePoint initiatives and opportunities. So kids, while your parents pull out their phones and do that for the next 60 seconds, why don't you lie on your back, lift up your legs, and pretend to pedal a bike? While you do that, imagine what your bike looks like. Maybe you'll even have a white basket with a strawberry sticker on it.
In 3, 2, 1.
Just a reminder that you can go back and watch your favorite LakePoint Kid family experiences on our YouTube channel or on our LakePoint app in the Family Resources section. Thanks for tuning in today, friends. I'll see you again next week. Same time, same place. Remember, adjust your attitude.